Hello and welcome to my meditation. My name is Debra Baker and I am honored that you have joined me today. I'm looking at my camera screen because I'm hoping that the color balance is okay. You can see my tree back there moving and changing colors. That'll give you something to look at. Although I suggest that you close your eyes, settle in, bring your shoulders up and then drop them down. Let's begin with our 3 nice deep breaths. Letting go of the day, the week, the month, the busyness of the holiday season upon us, if you are watching this in real time. I invite you to just really let your body get heavy. Settle in. Kind of like, well, I don't know if I can turn my camera. I was going to say kind of like Daisy over there. She's pretty heavy on the floor. And I finally resigned myself to be inside. I was trying to go outside, but the wind chill is in the teens and I'm out, or I'm in. So I asked my guides, what are we going to talk about in this venture to learn to love ourselves more? And it's interesting, I saw something on social media this week that said, if you can believe in Santa Claus for 8 years, certainly you can believe in yourself for 5 minutes. And that really struck a chord with me, and my guide said, yes, that is what we're going to talk about today, believing in yourself. We spend so much time trying to be there for everyone else that we forget to be there for ourselves. And as always, let's begin by relaxing our bodies, imagining this beam of white light just coming down from the infinite, maybe the Christmas star shining on us, coming down into our heads. Just relax for a minute, feeling all the muscles in your head, around your skull, relax. And also the muscles in your face. I'm barely touching my face because my hands are so cold. Around your forehead, your eyes, your nose, your cheeks, your mouth, your jaw, excuse me, upper and lower jaw. Also your atlas at the back of your neck where your spinal column meets your skull. And just feel that white light permeating all of your muscles, all of your cells, soaking into your brain, reminding us that we are spiritual beings who have elected to have these human experiences. And as spiritual beings, we know. We have everything we need. We know what we need to know when we need to know it. And sometimes it's really hard to remember that when we're trying to juggle everything, keep all the balls in the air, and for a lot of us, keep everybody happy. So as you feel that relaxing energy moving into your neck, stretch your neck out a little, move it in whatever way you need to, make circles with your nose. To just kind of get your neck to let go and relax. And let's remember that we are infinite beings. who chose these human lives for very specific reasons, who are not here by accident. And I am so grateful that our paths have crossed. And then we get to share this journey together. Feel it moving into your neck and shoulders. As you allow whatever wisdom the universe has for you to be revealed, whatever that might be. And then feel that energy move into your shoulders, let your shoulders sink down. Move them back. Move your shoulders toward your back a little. That usually helps us to relax because we do this all day. You know, we move our shoulders forward, holding our phones a lot of the time, or doing whatever it is that we do. So we're talking about trying to keep everyone happy. And let me remind us, actually my guides are reminding me to share that it's not our job to make anyone else happy. Happiness is a very personal thing, and everybody chooses their level of happiness. We don't get to choose for them as much as we might like to. I was having a conversation last week with someone, and everything that they said, I tried to, give a positive spin. And finally I realized this person did not want to hear my positive spin. And my guides kind of tapped me on the shoulder and said, it's not your job to put a positive spin on other people's stuff. If they want to be miserable, they are entitled to be miserable. They have that right. People have a right to choose however they want to show up in this world, and we don't get to choose for them, even when we see that it is causing them pain. There's an Al-Anon saying, I didn't cause it, I can't control it, and I can't cure it. And that goes for the things we want in our lives and the things we don't want when it has to do with other people. I remember having the realization that when my children were little, that the kindest thing I could say to them was, when they brought, a concern to me was, you are a really smart person and I know you'll figure this out. And putting it back on them was so empowering. And then they would figure it out, and then they could take ownership for it because it wasn't their idea. I mean, it wasn't my idea, it was their idea. So feel that relaxation moving into your upper chest, the tops of your arms, your collarbone, all the way down to your shoulder blades. And feel it move into your heart space. And as we are thinking about allowing other people to take ownership for their own lives, their own thoughts, words, and actions, I want to acknowledge that it doesn't mean it doesn't hurt us. It doesn't mean that we don't feel that pain in our heart space, that we don't experience our own emotions because of other people's thoughts, words, and actions. We do. And that's when we need to, or we're given the opportunity to believe in ourselves. I would like to make a suggestion, and I think this is going to be part of my next book, like a morning check-in. Some people are really good at that, and I know some people who meditate every morning, and True Confessions, here the person who posts meditations on the internet, I don't meditate as often as I would like. So for the next week, my challenge to you, whenever you see this, if you see this in the middle of the summer, it doesn't matter, my challenge to you is to wake up in the morning and check in with yourself. First, physically, how do I feel? If you're like me, it's like, where do I hurt right now? I got my booster shot yesterday and my shoulder's pretty sore. That was the first thing that greeted me when I checked in. And if you are achy, I suggest that you congratulate yourself for whatever you did yesterday that used some muscles to cause them to be achy today, because the more you use those muscles, eventually the less they will ache. At least that's what I've been told. And I'm hanging on to that. So physically, how do I feel? And then what does that mean? If possible, if I still feel exhausted and I can, I let myself go back to sleep. Or if I feel full of energy, I jump out of bed and I don't lay there and beat myself up for a while. So how do I feel physically? And I suggest that you do a little bit of stretching, because our bodies like that, and what stretching does, they're telling me, is it increases the blood flow. So stretch your hands, stretch out your toes, roll your feet, stretch out your ankles, roll your shoulders. Before you even get out of bed, just stretch a little. And then check in with your heart, with your emotions. How are you feeling? It seems silly, maybe, that you might be feeling an emotion when you first wake up. Nothing's happened yet. But we are complex emotional beings, and sometimes we have dreams that we wake up feeling the after effects of the emotions we experienced in the dream, or maybe we're grieving, maybe we're facing something that's really challenging, and we're very head, neck, and shoulders, anger, heart space, sadness, sorrow, grief, midsection, fear, pelvis and extremities, shame. So just check in with yourself emotionally and figure out what you're feeling. And then, here's the best part. Believe in yourself. Validate yourself. I sincerely hope that there isn't any "I shouldn't feel this way" left in your thought process. However you're feeling is how you are feeling, especially when you first wake up. So validating, okay, I woke up and I'm feeling nervous / fearful about this day, or and it could be a positive emotion. I'm excited because I'm going to see some people I haven't seen in a while, or I'm going to see my grandkids, or whatever it may be. How are you feeling? And then this is something that a lot of us don't do, and I don't do every morning, so this challenge is going for me as well as you, and we'll check in next week, is how am I feeling spiritually? Am I aware that I am a spiritual being, one with God, one with all that is? Do I remember that infinite spirit, the one presence and the one power, is moving in, through, and as me right now? Do I remember that? And if I don't remember it, I do now. If I did remember it, I do now. See, Daisy just remembered it. And so feel that relaxation. Continue to move down your arms to your elbows, all the way to the tips of your fingers and thumbs, through your chest and rib cage into your midsection, middle back. We are doing our meditation and relaxing our bodies simultaneously this time. So feel it move into your pelvis, lower back, hips, lower torso, all the way to your pelvic floor, and down your legs. We've been meditating for a little while, so your legs are probably already relaxed. The large and small muscles, tendons, ligaments, all the way down to the tips of your toes. I am a spiritual being having a physical experience. Having a physical and emotional experience. And so I know that you've got this. God moving in, through, and as you has got this. And so you are a wonderful, wonderful spiritual being. Let's take a moment, a nice deep breath, and imagine what it feels like when you believe in yourself. I invite you to think or whisper to yourself, I believe in me. I believe in myself. Use your name. I believe in Debra. Or, of course, your name. We each came here to have experiences. It's not a punishment. As my dad was dying, I think he finally got it. He wasn't here as a punishment. He felt like life had been a punishment, and he was in actually 2 really difficult marriages. And I think he was raised with some pretty high expectations from his parents, or his dad at least. And so life felt like a punishment to him. And it wasn't until he was getting ready to let it go and go into the fullness of grace that he realized, oh, this is sweet. I don't want to let go. I don't want to leave these people behind. And so I want you to, or I invite you to think about, this is sweet. Life is sweet. This is a gift. We came here to have experiences, and we can make them wonderful. Because they are intended to be wonderful. People have a lot of confusing ideas, and some people live with those ideas, stick with them for the rest of their lives, or their full lives, and they're entitled. As we said earlier, we don't have to fix or change anybody or make them happy or make them see the light. And it's funny, when we let go, then sometimes they see the light emitting through us, as us. So let me remind you that you are beautiful. You are whole and perfect, exactly as you are. Another nice deep breath. The infinite presence in me honors, loves, recognizes, cherishes the infinite presence in you as you. Namaste.